welcome to the second ever Campfire Cooking. Today we're doing mac and cheese. I have a bad habit of getting mesmerized by the birds and getting caught into bad situations here. Good morning, welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Today we're at Savannah on Kamloops Lake. It's February 28th and the weather is gorgeous, so I thought there's no better time to get out and actually do a cooking video since I totally failed on the last one. The weather's really nice today. I've seen some wildlife out already, so I'm anxious to get on the water and get this trip going. We'll check back in once we're on the water. All right, here we go. I was hoping for a little bit more of a slide than that. There we go. Oh, nope, not yet. There we go. Every time I come to this lake, I always end up going off in this direction here. So I think today we're gonna head over this way and see what happens. All right, let's go. So I'm pretty excited about today's trip because I've got some new equipment. I bought myself a nicer camera because in the last video I got shots of like swans and eagles, geese and ducks and everything. But the one shot where I was passing underneath the crane and there was an eagle on top, that eagle was checking me out. He was looking right at me and like all you can see is just a black shape and you really can't see what's going on. And I was pretty disappointed by that. I've wanted to get a better camera for a while now, and I finally bit the bullet and I got a new to me Nikon D3200. So it's supposed to be a pretty nice camera, a little bit old, obviously used. The only thing that I'm thinking is that I might want to get a better zoom lens on it. Right now it's got just the basic lens that it comes with, but I'm going to need to be able to take shots from farther away. Somebody's having an 80s party over there. Anyways, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I got that. I also got a little box for the camera equipment that I set up last night. So all the batteries fit in. I got a charger and a power bank. 4 cameras fit in there. I'm pretty happy about this. It's not waterproof, unfortunately. I thought it was when I bought it, so I'm a little disappointed about that. But Temu, so what do you expect, right? But it does float, and as long as it doesn't get beat up too much, it will definitely keep the cameras dry enough. And if they end up in the water, it should float, so I should be able to retrieve them, which is 90% of the plan. So yeah, got some new equipment, and I'm really excited to use it. I've already seen some swans and eagles out here. I tried to get a shot of the swans, but they were a little too far away, so I don't know how that one turned out. But we'll try to get a little closer without disturbing them and see if that new camera is as good as I hope it is. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking too much and I'm not really making any distance here, so I'm just gonna shut my mouth and we're gonna get going. Got a couple of swans up ahead over there. Oh, there's some eagles up the hill. What's going on up there? The GoPro definitely can't see that, I guarantee it. And my nice camera is, I don't have a good enough zoom lens yet. There we go. What's this guy up to? He's big. That's definitely an eagle. Maybe a golden eagle. He's big. He's definitely not a bald eagle. I'm drifting into shore here. I have a bad habit of getting mesmerized by the birds and getting caught into bad situations here. Ah! And then there's another one. There's two of them. I promise, I'm gonna stop jumping in the middle of the video to apologize for my terrible camera work eventually, but I do want to apologize for my terrible camera work. So I'm still learning this new camera, and I thought I had the settings right. I had this beautiful shot with these two golden eagles flying overhead, and this is the footage that I ended up getting. So I apologize, that's terrible footage. I do a little bit better with a couple birds a little bit later on, and I'm still learning. So I hope you guys can bear with me while I figure it all out, and eventually I'll be good at working a camera. But in the meantime, I'm sorry you're stuck with this footage. This was a super cool shot and I kind of blew it. But this is the footage, so I'm sharing it with you anyways. Anyways, I'm getting out of here, so enjoy the video. Oh, there he is. It's a blue heron. Can you see him there? He's hard to see. I can see him, but I can only see his beak. His body just blends right in, looks like another one of the dead trees that are washed up on shore. So if you've watched any of the earlier videos, what was the title of the video? I never remember the title of the videos. I always remember what I write on the thumbnail. And the thumbnail was learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. But if you've watched that one, then you'll recognize this place that we're coming to. And this is where we're gonna stop and do lunch. You can just start to see the shack coming through the trees there. A little beat up old shack, barely intact, but it's intact enough to go and hang out in there for a little while. Okay, hold on. Oh god, these rocks are slippery. Oh, I might get wet. Nice. Ah, look at that, dry shoes. Alright guys, welcome to the second ever Campfire Cooking with Chad O'Kane. Today we're doing mac and cheese. So as you can see from my setup here, we're not actually cooking on a campfire. And that's because I was actually planning on doing the video on Rabbit Island, which is in city limits and you're not allowed to have fires there. But in order for me to have done that trip, I would have needed Sam to drop me off at one end of the river and pick me up at the other end of the river. And unfortunately today she's just not feeling very good and I just didn't want to make her do anything. So I changed my plans and found my favorite little shack to come hang out at. and we're gonna do our mac and cheese right here. I'm not just gonna have pasta with cheese. I do want a little bit of protein, so bacon is the way to go. So we got my bacon here. I got 4 strips of bacon. I'm not going to separate them. I'm just going to slice them up into the size of chunks that I like. Something like that. I don't know if any of you guys watched the last cooking video, but if you did, you might notice that I brought a different knife this time. I got this guy from a Chinese cook. When a Chinese cook brings you a knife and says, this is the last cooking knife you're ever going to need, and then tells you that you owe him $5 for it, you listen to him, because he knows what he's talking about. And here comes the train. We'll get those started. The thing I love about mac and cheese is that it is super easy to do. Okay, we got the water on. Throw a little bit of salt in that water. I'm not using too much water because this is also my drinking water for the day. So I just want enough to boil the little bit of macaroni that I got. I want to actually put the lid on the water here, try and trap that heat in there. Oop. That's the thing with these little pots and pans and burners. You want to hold the handles while you're cooking with them because they're very slippery. Okay, there we go. That's fairly broken up. All right, now that the water is boiling, a little bit of pasta. And again, I'm going to hold on to this while I pour this pasta in there. All right, let's give this a bit of a stir. And basically, I just want to make sure that the macaroni doesn't all stick together. Put the lid back on, and I'm going to turn that down just a bit. I like my bacon pretty crispy, so it needs to cook a little bit extra. If you're a floppy bacon type of person, then maybe you don't need to start it as soon as me and cook it as high as I am. What I really want with this bacon is I want the fat to come out and start bubbling around all the bacon like it is right here. My table might be just a little bit off a level, which is why it's all seeming to pool in the corner there. I thought I had it pretty good, but have a little check on this, make sure these guys aren't sticking. Good. And let's have a little sip of coffee. This is what's going to cook the bacon and make it nice and crispy, is this puddle of fat that's just boiling over onto the bacon right now. So you can see pieces are already starting to get color. There we go. That's what I want. So that's pretty warm. I'm going to turn that down just a touch. You want them to cook in the fat like that, but you don't want to burn them. But if we let it drain off, that bacon's getting a nice color to it. I just realized that I didn't pack any utensils for eating. I don't have a fork or a spoon or anything like that.
You are so dumb, for real.
There's always something. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what I do. I always forget something when I come out on these trips. I don't like my pasta al dente. I actually like my pasta a little bit more cooked than that. So I'm cooking the crap out of this pasta. Okay, I think we should check one of these. Okay, I'm gonna pull this off. These are like just about perfect the way I like them. So we're just gonna put the lid on them and let them sit for a minute. That bacon is just about where I want it. Actually, that's pretty good. So Here, we're gonna try to pull it all up. Let the fat drain off of it a bit. And I'm just gonna set it up like that. And all the bacon and all the fat can drain down. So the next thing, a little bit of heavy cream. And this is a lactose-free cream. I'm not actually lactose intolerant, but Sam is. So everything at the house is lactose-free. So we're gonna just a little bit. So the next thing is some marble cheese. I actually like a sharp cheddar, but it's just what we have, and it's pretty good flavor too. So just grate some cheese up in there. Here comes the next train. I might have too much cheese. I might have to add a little more cream. Oh, you know what? We might be okay. I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit. Let that cheese just melt into that cream. And then the next thing, just for a little bit of added flavor, some freshly grated Parmesan. Slam that in there. All right. That is, oh, a little chunk of parm there that still needs to melt off a bit. And like literally, what did that take? 10 minutes? Like I said, cooking the bacon was the most effort out of all of this. All right, we're just gonna pour this in. And we're just gonna give that a big old mix. It's still really liquidy, so I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes to cool down. And we'll be back in a minute to check out the final product. All right, so it's still not quite cooled down as much as I'd like it to make it a little bit more thick, but it is starting to thicken up. And this is what we're getting here. Now for the very last step. As you can see here, the fat is pretty much mostly drained out of this bacon, and I'm just gonna fling it over on top. So here's our finished product. Mac and cheese, super easy. Anyways, I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this because after that, I gotta make my way back home. So thanks for watching this, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. All right, we're on the water and ready to go. I'm like 99.9% sure I cleaned up all my stuff, but for some reason I can't shake the feeling like I might be missing something. But I checked and I double checked and I checked one more time, so I should be good. Anywho, the wind is going the right direction. The sun is going down and it's really bright right now, so I'm probably gonna get blinded on this trip back, but this should be a really nice trip back. So I'm gonna, let's start the app from here. Okay, we're starting the app. We'll see how long it takes us to get back to the boat launch. It's not very far, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm expecting 35 minutes, we'll say. So let's see how we do. Oh, that is bright. Oh my God. That'll do. All right, let's see what we did here. So stats. 23 minutes, 2.4 kilometers, which is an average speed of 6.2 kilometers and a max speed of 9.4 kilometers. Not too bad. I did have a little breeze going at my back, so that helps. But that's pretty good. I beat my own time by 10 minutes, or my estimated time by 10 minutes. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But I'm tired, and I still have to get this boat on top of my little car, so we better get that going. Alright guys, well, the sun's going down behind me. The car is all loaded up, and I'd say I timed that pretty much perfectly. So that's going to be the end of this trip. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please remember to give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Tell me what you thought. What'd you think of that mac and cheese? Did you think it was good? I thought it was good. So anyways, I'm tired. I'm going to take a couple of minutes to just chill out before we hit the road, and then I'm going to make my way home, have a hot cup of coffee, probably a hot shower, and then shut her down for the evening. So thanks a lot for joining me on this one today, and stay tuned, because next weekend Mike and I have a trip, and that should be pretty good too. So thanks for watching, thanks for staying with me, and we'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.